and hissed into the pit. His mother heard hissing in the pit and said, "Petey, if you must hiss in a pit, go over to Mrs. Potts' pit and hiss in her pit." So Petey went over to Mrs. Potts' pit to hiss in her pit. But Mrs. Potts wasn't home, so he hissed in her pit anyway. While Petey was hissing in Mrs. Potts' pit, Mrs. Potts came home and found Petey hissing in her pit. She said, "Petey, if you must hiss in a pit, don't hiss in my pit. Go home and hiss in your own pit." This made Petey very sad, and he cried all the way home. His mother saw him crying and said, "Petey, what's the matter?" Petey said, "I went over to Mrs. Potts to hiss in her pit, but she wasn't home, so I hissed in her pit anyway. Mrs. Potts came home and found me hissing in her pit and said, 'Petey, if you must hiss in a pit, don't hiss in my pit. Go home and hiss in your own pit.'" This made Petey's mother very angry. "Why, that mean old lady! I knew Mrs. Potts when she didn't have a pit to hiss in."